Greetings, YouTube. A couple days ago, I made a video talking about some of the complaints I had received regarding just crazy mismatched alliance wars. Now, the counter argument to this, which I think is a valid one to a certain degree, is that this was inevitable, that Kabam is kind of sorting through and picking off the alliances that should never have been as high as they were in the first place, and eventually all this will settle out and we'll be getting the best matchups we've ever seen. But for now, it's going to be lopsided. For the sake of the community, for the sake of the future of this part of the game, I hope that that's the case. But right now, the growing pains of mismatches is historic, to the point that we're about to look at just a few of them that I've been sent, but my phone has blown up with so many messages from people, and there's really two perspectives that I've received. The first is, once again, Goliath feeling bad for David, aka, looking like a bully because you're beating up on this person who clearly is, in some cases, years behind you in progression, and yet you're matched up with them. And then the other thing is, I've heard from a couple of Davids who are like, look, we've had 2 wars so far this season. We've had 2 matchups that we could not even come close to winning. If this continues, I quit. So that is the cost of a season with bad matchups. If it happens too often and it becomes a trend, then you associate Alliance War, which already was really frustrating and difficult, with something so negative that it literally programs into your brain stimuli such a visceral reaction that it makes you not want to play Alliance War, or for some people even play the game. So that is the cost-benefit analysis, if you will, of training your brain to see something in a negative light. So, speaking of that, let's look at some of the current matchups that I've been sent. We have a 2 million alliance matched up against a 28 million. You can guess which one won that one. It's crazy to see average member rating of 950,000 and average member rating of 77,000. Next, we have a 23 million alliance matched up against a 1 million alliance. And then, of course, who can forget the 21 million alliance, who is matched up against a 41 million alliance. It's crazy to me. I remember when, if you had an alliance rating of like 10 million, it looked like you were in like a Thanos category where it was just such an impressive high amount of rating. And now you see 41 million, and when you see the average member rating of 1.3 million, you think, oh, yeah, I can see that. It's just crazy how far we've come with how much easier it is to get 5 stars and even 6-star champions now than ever before. And so the average member rating and certainly the alliance ratings are just going to continue to balloon. I'm sure we'll see 70 million at some point pretty soon. And then we have a 13 million alliance competing with a 653,000 alliance. That is somehow not a typo. From an average member rating of 471,000 to an average member rating of 21,000. You're literally going down a path of all 2 and 3-star defenders in this tier. Excuse me, apparently I'm allergic to saying 2 and 3-star defenders. And then the last one we're going to look at, their alliance had a 2 million rating and a 69,000 average member rating. And then this guy's alliance, a 26 million rated alliance with almost a million average member rating per. So you're just, it's like getting a bye where Goliath feels guilty. I mean, you're thankful for the win, you're thankful for the rewards, but you know that it's not fair at all. And then the David feels as if it's so unfair and rigged that there's just no reason to even do Alliance War anymore. I hope for the sake of the game. But after a couple of these terrible matchups, that people fall into the tiers that they're quote-unquote supposed to be in, and that this is a thing of the past. Maybe we can look back on this and chuckle at the thought that this is what had to happen in order to get the system to be truly balanced, as all things should be. But for the moment, it is just the growing pains of crazy matchups where you have this 24 million difference in terms of a matchup with alliance rating, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's also really kind of weird that sometimes people will reach out to me and they must think I have some kind of power that I clearly don't possess. Or it's like, Prof, this is horrible. You must do something for my alliance. Bro, what am I supposed to do? I can make a video. I can talk about how bad it sucks for you, but I can't go in and change a matchup for you. I don't think anybody at Kabam probably has that power, and I certainly don't work for them, and they are thankful, and I might be thankful for that every day. So, there you have it, YouTube. Let's stop this video here. Thank you for everyone who submitted screenshots. There were so many that I just took a handful of what I was sent and put them in this video because I didn't want it to be 10 minutes long to, illustrate the same point. That's just too much redundancy. But I think you get the idea that the matchmaking continues to have growing pains, and hopefully this will be solved soon, because I can tell you, to quote the people who've reached out to me, especially those who are on the losing end of this, if this keeps happening, they're literally done with the game.